Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Influence Podcast. I'm Jordan Banderas, and before we begin, don't forget to hit that follow, subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my episodes. Today, we're talking about something that it's super important, and that is staying true to yourself, even when the world around you is moving at 100 miles an hour. You know what I mean, right? Sometimes it feels like everyone else is doing one thing and you're just supposed to jump on board with them, right? You're supposed to just agree with what they're saying, agree with what they're doing, even though it may go against your values or your beliefs. But doing that is not always the best idea because it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what makes you unique when you're constantly trying to fit in with everyone else. And the thing is, a lot of people don't even realize they're doing this. I have seen it. They're so busy agreeing with everyone else that they forget to think for themselves. But here's the biggest fucking problem that I see. Because if you start to question things, those same people who you've been following blindly will turn on you in a heartbeat. They will start attacking your persona, your character, your beliefs, everything that you stand for. And in my opinion, it's fucking crazy, isn't it? Because you should be able to give an opinion of what you're doing or what others are asking you to do. And here's the biggest problem that I see as well, especially within the last 3 to 4 years. I have seen politicians, religious leaders, social media influencers, and even family and friends try to manipulate others into thinking a certain way. And in my opinion, it's fucked up because some people are afraid to speak up and ask questions. I used to be like that. I used to be just a fucking follower. And the reason why people don't want to speak up or ask questions is that they don't want to be seen as weird or different. But everyone should be able to speak their mind without the fear of being an outcast. Don't you think? And because of this, I want to share this story with you guys. So in the past, this is what happened with me or what my family used to do to me. So in the past, whenever I questioned what my family said to me or asked me to do, they will get mad and stop talking to me. They did that so many times. It happened so many fucking times throughout my life. That's why I feel better not talking to my family because they had tried to do this same shit even after I got married. And the problem is that because of them doing that, I started to feel like if I disagree with anyone in my life, they cut me off forever. So I always ended up apologizing and asking for forgiveness just to make things normal again. It made me feel like an outcast whenever I tried to speak up or ask any questions. Because whenever I will ask a question, they will shut it down. Like, for example, anytime I ask my uncle, hey, when are you going to pay me back? Or I will ask a friend or the drug dealers that I used to hang out with, why won't you carry those drugs yourself? All I got was, you're always alone because you ask too many questions, Jordan. Shut up and do as I say. Don't ask questions. I know what's best for you. Probably you've been through that as well. But now that I can talk about this without the hurt, without actually feeling hurt or angry or anything like that, I realize that in life, there will be things that if you allow them to, will suck the life out of you. Like feeling like you have to agree with everyone just so you don't get in trouble or piss someone off. Have you ever felt like that? I know I have, and I know people that do it all the time. I did with relationships, with friends. So if you're doing it with friends, family, or in your relationships, probably you're going to feel bad about it. And you're going to be angry towards yourself. And the biggest problem, or the biggest reason, is that it's wrong to do this, or it's actually bad for you. That's the way that I want to put it, is that you can't even be yourself anymore because you can't express your thoughts. You end up being a follower who can't think for themselves. And if after listening to me, you're like, holy shit, Jordan, this person that I follow, or my family, my friend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend is doing that to me. I don't know what to do. I just realized I need to do something. Well, don't fucking worry, because you can stop doing this. I know I did. And the way that I did is that I just started enjoying being myself and stop worrying about what others might think. Like, even with my wife, I do care what she says, but I'm still gonna be me. Like, she knows that I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna say things that may come off as rude. I'm gonna do things that are gonna be mistakes, and she understands that. She lets me be myself. Even though sometimes she has to correct me, she still understands that I'm going to be myself. So here's what worked for me. If you want to stop doing this to yourself. And I know this sounds weird, but being away from my family actually helped me a lot. Don't get me wrong though. I love them. I really do. But sometimes you have to love them from far away. You know what I mean? Like, you have to remove yourself from a toxic environment. But that's not all that changed things for me. I had a significant shift in my perspective. And it was a total game changer for me. It was like a fucking light bulb went off in my head. And suddenly, I could see things entirely differently. It was fucking wild. And that shift in perspective led to some good self-discovery as well. I learned so much about myself and what really matters to me. I started to accept who I am and began to question everything I used to think, do, or believe. I wanted to be true to myself and not be the person someone else told me to be. So I created a version of myself that I was comfortable with. All my beliefs and all my thoughts are my own now. And I don't follow what others say I should do or think. And here's the thing, and I think it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Some people actually stop talking to me because of this. But to me, it doesn't fucking matter. Because if others can accept me for who I am and respect my beliefs, then they can fucking leave. They can literally take a fucking hike. There's the door. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be myself because I enjoy being myself. I'm not rude or anything like that, even though things may come off as rude or and shit like that, but I'm going to question things. I'm going to think outside the fucking box because that's who I am. And I know for a fact that it's tough to embrace who you are because outside influences can mess with your self-acceptance. That has happened to me. And those same outside influences will make you doubt yourself. They will try, but you must stay strong. And it's also a lonely journey because you might have to cut ties with toxic people who want to change you so they can take advantage of you. And if you don't let them take advantage of you, they might cut ties with you. So that can also cause a little bit of anxiety because you don't want to be kicked out of a group, right? Everybody wants to be part of something, part of a tribe. We as humans have survived for thousands of years because we have been able to survive in tribes. Throughout our history, anybody that has been outcasted in the tribe usually dies. So people are afraid of that. But right now, in the modern world, that doesn't have to happen anymore. You can actually be an outcast and create your own tribe and succeed. Now, if you decide to do this, if you decide to start thinking by yourself, thinking outside the box, questioning what other people are doing, what they're telling you to do, I have to tell you this. It will be fucking hard, and it will feel like you have to get back in line sometimes. But you must start accepting yourself and practicing self-love, like learning to say no, building boundaries, and more. So when people challenge your beliefs, you can say to yourself, I know who I am, and what this person is saying or asking me to do doesn't feel right at all. So remember that the journey to enjoying being yourself is ongoing. It never stops. So embrace the process. Celebrate your uniqueness and continue to explore the depths of self-discovery. Because when you find yourself, you're going to enjoy life so much, much more. Because you're going to do things that you actually want to do. Like, I have met people that don't want to go ski because some of their friends don't like skiing. Even though they actually want to, they're just a follower. Same thing with like I say, with politicians and everything. So think outside the box. If you are the kind of person like me that likes to ask questions, even though they may sound dumb, they're not. Because you want to know something, right? In order for you to be able to agree with that person or agree with what you're being asked to do. So don't just follow blindly. Think for yourself. Enjoy life more. And become the person that you need to become in order for you to be able to actually create the life that you want to create. Because if you follow others, that will never happen. That will never happen. It never happened for me when I was doing it. So unless you're like a big brown noser to the person that you're following or the group that you're following, yeah, you may get some kind of reward, monetary reward or anything like that. But you're going to start losing yourself. And that's it for today. That's what I wanted to talk on today's episode. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Remember to keep an open mind and engage in respectful discussions in the comments below. Remember to share, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification button to stay tuned for more content. And here are my final thoughts. Never conform to what others want you to be. Be yourself, and you will be loved by the right group of people. And have a great day.